Heads up, campers. It's CreekWater Cody coming at you from the ice and snowstorm. It's Saturday, February 13th, 2021. Y'all that follow the channel, y'all that subscribe, you might have noticed, I appreciate you. But y'all might have noticed I ain't hit YouTube in a while. Last video I dropped was around the 4th of July. To be honest with you, I can't just pump out videos just for the sake of putting out a new video. You know, I need something to say. And today presented an interesting challenge. Overnight dropped just a little bit of snow and a little bit of ice on us, but it is just enough to make it difficult to get a fire going. Sub-zero temperatures, sub-freezing temperatures out here. So, you know, we're survivalists. We'll show you how we get it done. I did a little prep work before I got the video started, before I got the camera rolling, just for the sake of expediency, keep it short. But what I did, I dug away the snow. It's still kind of wet down there, but I got rid of the soggy dirt, you know. Then I laid down. I'm at the CreekWater campground, and up in the cabin tent there, we've got some paper plates and stuff. If I was just out and about, you know, I might get some tree bark or something like that. Just something to lay down, a nice dry layer. Then I used a commercial grade called a wet fire. I'm gonna show you all the package. Commercial grade fire starter. You get it at sporting goods stores, Walmarts, places like that. It's a, you know, magnesium type chemical fire tinder. Take advantage of the technology, you know, slide one in your back pocket, keep it in your fire kit. Well, anyway, while I laid that in the plate, around it, I've built a small teepee out of fat wood. I also have back in the day playlist. Y'all go check the reruns for fat wood fire starter video. But I had some down here in the tent, so that's gonna be my starter. Then my wood pile, totally iced, frozen. You know, this wood's just laying out, and you know, got snowed on, got iced. We're gonna try to get it going. Let's see. I'm gonna light my wet fire tinder. She done caught a spark. Now we're just gonna give it a minute. It should catch up fairly easily. Y'all can see it's up and going pretty good. So I'm just gonna start with some of this bull. Whoops, don't want to burn those up. At least not all at the same time. So I'm just gonna start laying in the wet stuff on top of the dry. One good source to look for dry wood is dead men hanging from trees, limbs that are fallen, broke loose, got caught up in the trees. Don't tend to hold as much water, ice and snow. On a day like this, might not make as much difference because all the branches and trees and everything are just covered in ice, starting to weigh down power lines out here and whatnot. Parents just called, you know, they live here in the same county. She wanted to make sure I still had power because they don't. You know, the power company's saying 24 to 48 hour minimum. You know, we live out in the sticks, out in the country, so when our power goes out, it goes out for a while. If you do, or if you're just caught out in it and need to get a fire going, it's a great method for getting your fire going, even in the wet, in the cold. And I'm just gonna keep running my mouth because I want y'all to see this thing catch up, you know. That wet fire tinder starter, it burns at a really high temperature, you know, fun with science type of deal. Like I said, take advantage of the technology. Then the fat wood fire starter, like I said, I got a video on it, which I'll go out get you some. It's pretty easy to find if you know what you're looking for. Check my video out on fat wood fire starter. But that stuff's gonna burn, hopefully high enough temperatures to start drying out some of the BS wood. You could even move it over. I mean, you see, this stuff's got ice on it. It's iced in. Just bringing it in near the pit. That's, you know, that's just gonna dry it up. Obviously, that's kind of common sense. Having it over near the fire, feeding it with oxygen. You know, it doesn't really seem to need it. It's coming up pretty good. But I'm sure once it gets up to this wet stuff, that's when you're gonna have to start feeding it oxygen. You got to remember, fire's almost like a living thing. It needs to feed. You know, it needs wood. It needs combustibles, but it also needs to breathe. It needs oxygen. Well, there it is, guys. You can see it starting to smoke. That's the wet stuff. You know, fires, when they're dry, they're hot, they don't tend to smoke as much. So getting a little smoke start rolling out kind of thick. That's good. It's starting to catch this wet frozen stuff. That's actually a good sign. Well, there you go. Fire in the snow, keeping you alive, helping you survive. Before y'all go, I'd appreciate you going down below. Give me the old thumbs up, like it, share it, subscribe to it if you haven't already. I'd appreciate it. Share it once again. I'd appreciate if y'all, shooting a video to families and friends, post it on your Facebook, your Gab, your Instagram, whatever it is. Appreciate y'all watching. Until I catch you out there in the snow, I'm CreekWater Cody. God bless you.